Welcome, welcome. Stock market Monday nights, 10:54 p.m., November 20th, 2023. Godric here, your stock market mentor. We're going to look at a few stocks tonight. This is kind of like the holiday Thanksgiving rally. We're seeing things are up. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to do some cover calls tonight and also talk about some options, stock options. I wanted to cover stocks like NVDA, NVDA, Netflix, NFLX and SKX, SKX. Also wanted to mention ROKU, ROKU. I got some snapshots for you so we can take a look at these stocks and look at these positions and see what you got. Welcome, Linda. Welcome, KRV. Welcome to Stock Market Mondays. Godric here, your stock market mentor. Going to look at some stocks, look at some positions. Have a few things for you tonight. I wanted to make it a short and sweet night. I'm a little late. Sorry about that. Usually I start at 10. It's almost 11. But I do want to touch base every Monday night. Always feel free to message me or jump in my live and just chat. Give me your questions. I will look your stock up for you. Don't get upset if I tell you it's trash. User 6823, welcome. How are you? Happy holidays. Thanksgiving week this week in a couple of days. 3 days actually. I appreciate you. Give me some likes, give me some shares, get some people in here. Help me get some people in here. Talk about the stock market. Things are going up. We kind of have a nice little rally going on. Cab Renor, welcome. How are you? So let's get started. Feel free to send me a question in the comments if you like. Welcome, Tony, Dre, Raxman. Welcome. Stock Market Mondays. Okay, so let's start with, I have Netflix here for you. So a couple of things about Netflix. It's very hot. It's going up. I believe the 504 is at the high, is at the all-time high that it reached a little while ago. And now we're going to break into that new high and go to an all-time high. And probably when that happens, usually it goes up, 5, 10, 20% more. So we could see like maybe 525, 550 before it settles down. So right now, NVIDIA is hot, symbol NVDA. They do computer chips. They have AI also. If you want to invest in AI, NVIDIA is one of the big companies that do that. AI. Back behind me, a couple of things I look at. Market cap. Market cap, 1,245 billion. That's $1.24 trillion. So NVIDIA has joined the $1 trillion market cap with the big boys like Amazon, like Google, like Apple. A few companies are in the $1 trillion mark. NVIDIA has entered that. I think a lot of it's, they're just favored right now in the market. They're probably the best AI bet in the market. They're probably the best bet that can still grow. They're well structured. The stock's doing great. Today it was up 11,504. And like the volume, I love volume. And right here you can see behind me, volume on NVIDIA, 41 million, 41.6 million, right? And that's great volume. 2 million a day is decent. So you got 41 million. That's just a lot of people, a lot of activity. What's nice about the volume is that when the stock dumps or sells off, or if it gets weak, there's enough investors, traders in that stock that are going to buy it when it's low, and the price will come back up because they'll buy it back up. That's going to save you. That's security. So high volume equals indicates more security. Okay, let's take a quick look at the video here, if I can give you some more info. Welcome, appreciate you. Woke Crypto, welcome. User 4108. Drondry, welcome. Doing Stock Market Mondays. Join me every Monday night. Today being November 20th, 2023, 3 days before Thanksgiving. Okay, so I pulled up the video, and I want to tell you something. I pulled up the 5-year chart. Now, you know today it's at 505. Don't be afraid to buy high-priced stocks, because the higher price, because they're better, because they've gone up and up and performed by going up and up and up. And they're higher price because they've been going up and making money for the investors. So like a $500 stock, for example, is better than a $5 stock, because a $5 stock, like, where has it gone? How has that performed, right? So think of like a bottle of wine, a fine wine. Think of it like a bar of gold is more expensive than a bar of silver or a bar of lead, right? Higher price stocks are just better. That's just one thing that you don't really see that kind of training, that kind of teaching in seminars or in stock market books. I don't think. I haven't seen it. And like these stocks, like if we're at an all-time high here at 505, it could go, for 525, 550. 550 would indicate a 10% move from here, right? To buy one share would be $505. But if I want to talk about options, because I have some options here I can show you on the video, which we can control 100 shares for like $4,000 or even like maybe $3,000. Because if you wanted to buy 100 shares of NVIDIA, you have to pay 50 grand, $50,500. Just multiply it by 100, right? Like 100 is like a basic investment, like they say, like round lot, 100 shares. You can buy one share, and I'd rather you buy one share in NVIDIA than for $500 than 500 shares of your dog crap penny stock, right? Because NVIDIA would be better, right? Okay, so I pulled up the 5-year chart, and it's showing a price of $43. So it like went up like more than 10 times, actually 12 times in 5 years. So that's like indication, like just write this down in your journal. A 5-year chart. If it can double. In this case, the video went 12 times value. 30, what did I say, 30, 36? It says 31 at the low. 31 to $500, 505. So right there you have great growth. 31 to 505 in 5 years. Welcome. Velasquez, welcome Liberation. Appreciate you. Welcome Michael Key. Kenya. Stock Market Mondays, Godric here, your stock market mentor. Type on the video. The video I think will go up more. I'm just gonna say 550. Give it like a 10% move in here, and that's valuable because it's a 10% gain. Let's say within a few months. Let's say by February. We're in kind of like a rally. The market's pretty decent. The Fed's probably gonna cut rates, so it's probably gonna make the market just teeter higher. Edge higher, I like to say. Not like it's a complete bull run, but an advancement, an increase from here, going upwards. Okay, so that was a 5-year chart, and that we talked about volume is good. 5-year chart going up is good. High price stocks are good, right? So high priced, volume, check. 5-year chart, check. High price shares, I like to have $100 a share, $100 share price. That's good. That's coming nice and high. Volume of about 2 million plus, and 5-year chart. Let's just say stock could double value, and we know that the video went times 12. Callie, welcome, appreciate you. Z Goldman, welcome. Give me some likes, guys. Give me some shares. I appreciate it. Give me some people in here. Talk about stocks on Monday night. So just briefly going over on the video, I want to get to the options. So yes, you would have to pay $50K to get 100 shares, or $500 to get one share, right? But watch this. See, I have some pictures down here. I saved on my phone for you. So I'm gonna pull up the option chain. So like, all the stocks have like 1,000 options, like per stock, right? Because if you look here, it's showing each, I guess, date or time frame, right? So November, December, January. If you think about it, there's I counted the panels here. There's 18 for NVDA, right? Which is to say that there's November option, December option. They go weeklies, right? And if you look here, I just pulled the option chain. If you look here, okay, so behind me is November, December. I keep on pressing the wrong thing. Hang on. Fix. Now here you have the other part of the chain. You have like February, March, April. So there's 18 panels. Each panel is a different date, right? So when I say they have 1,000 options for each stock, it's because you have dates for options. And then if I click on one of these panels, it's going to show me the different option strikes. And for example, if NVIDIA is 505, you'll have a strike for 505. I'll strike for 500. I'll strike for 495. So just counting all the strikes and all the panels you have here, the dates and the strikes. And look down here, they go down to 2026. So like, what, 2 years? 2 years out? 2 years and 2 months out? There's about 1,000 options. You can count them, depending on the stock. But there's just so many choices, right? So we're going to look at a couple choices. So I went ahead and circled, I started with 1 month out, December 22nd, which is 1 month out here. See, it has December 22nd. It says 31 days. And down here, I underlined February, and it's 87 days. So we'll look at those two options, those two dates. Because, like I said, you can buy 100 shares of NVIDIA and pay 50 grand, or you can leverage with options. And I like to say options are how you can control a stock with less money but more risk reward, right? Control stock with less money, more risk reward. And in this case, if you look at the actual option, we'll look at December first. Here we go. So here, I circled the 505, which is at the money. And it's given the price of $4.95. I'm sorry, $44.95 about 45. Let's just say 45 bucks, right? To buy the option for December, 1 month out, for 45, and that's basically 4,500. So write down 4,500. So like again, you can buy 100 shares of NVIDIA for 50K, 50,500, or you can buy one call option next month December for 4,500. So like less than 10% of the cost. With one call option, technically you control 100 shares of the stock, but you don't get the full value. But that's how they do it. They go by contracts. Contracts technically controls 100 shares. So one contract will cost you 45 points, which is 4,500, because you multiply it by 100, right? Welcome, you guys. Give me some likes. Appreciate you. Give me some shares. Get some people in here. All right, so with the call option, you can spend as little as 4,500 in this case. You can control 100 shares of NVIDIA. And, if it does go to 550, for example, in theory, you can get 50 points, right? And think of a point like $1, right? So you can basically double your money because you can have, if you get 50 points on a call option, you can basically get $5,000, right? Because you're controlling 100 shares. 100 times 50 equals 5,000. Now, you might get less because they have like what you call, like, they have different things, but they have like time decay, which means that as you go down the way, as you hold your option to expiration, you're going to lose some of the value. It's time decay. So you are fighting that. You are fighting different things, you know. The other thing about this investment, 4,500, once you hit December 23, which is I think 31 days, that option expires. And if stock didn't go up, if it stays the same price, for example, your option expires worthless. So that's the risk, you know. High risk, high reward. You know, we can actually double our money with this call option, going from a price of 500, 505 to 550, 555, because we're going to get 50 points, which is $5,000 on that option. So we buy it for 4,500. It can go like to it can go like to 9,500. Okay, for example. That's just an example. It may not do that. It might go, you know, think of it, you can get maybe a 25% return. You can close, get the money, pull the money back, and go to the next trade. That would be a good thing. Like I write down here, 25% return. Okay. That's what I like to get on my call options. I don't always get that, but that's like a nice, for me, I try to buy my options around the money because they have more value. I don't like going like way off where you're buying basically fluff, where you spending like 50 cents on options. Like stock doesn't go straight up, that 50-cent option will just be worthless. So you're buying an option at the money, in this case 4,500, you're paying for more value, right? Because stock just has to move a little bit and you can get a return, right? But I wanted to show you something. Back to here. You know how I said that option expires in 31 days? And if the stock doesn't go up, you basically lost your whole investment. Zero. Fat goose egg. Look at this. December is 31 days, but February, down here, 87 days. So, what's better, to have an investment that lasts 31 days or to have an investment that lasts 87 days? 87 days is better because it gives you more time for the stock to grow. It gives you more time for the stock to go up and for the option to make money. Now, we'll look at that one now. Now we're going to go to February. I showed you that the December option was 4,500, 45 points. I'm going to show you February. Oh, wait. I screwed it up. I messed up. Okay. The December option was 28 by 29 points. Let's just say 2,900. December, 2,900. I flipped it, guys. Sorry. 31 days. The February is 4,500. Here's the February, 4,500. So I wanted to show you the difference. For 31 days, you're going to pay 2,900. Let's just say 30 grand for 30 days. It's like $1,000 a day, right? But for 87 days, you're paying 4,500. So you get like triple the time, and it's like not even double the cost. So my lesson here, I want to teach you guys that when you buy an option, typically, in general, the way I want to teach it, don't go next week, next month, because it's too expensive. If you buy a call option, for example, go like 87 days out. Go 2 months out, 3 months out, 6 months out, because you have more time to trade. It lasts longer. You don't pay that much more, 31 days to 87 days, that's like almost triple, right? But the price isn't even double. So like that. Always try to go out longer, farther, right? And back here, like I was showing you, they have the leaps. Here's the leaps for NVIDIA. 2026, 577 days, my friend. January 2026, see that at the bottom? So that would be the most valuable option, is to go out to January 2026, you know. Because why? Because it's going to last, 22, we'll go 24. Yeah, 2 years and 2 months, right? The one that's 25, that's 1 year and 2 months. Then December 24, you see. So those ones, of course, are more expensive, but like the farther you go out, the more valuable the option is, because it has a longer life, more time for your stock to go up, more time for you to get a profit. Most people don't do leaps because it's just, it's just too long. It's like the long game. But if you're doing stocks, gotta have patience. You can't do all your options for next week. At least if you do like, weekly and monthly options. If you're buying them, it's risky because, like I said, the stock can go down, for example, or even stay the same price, and your option can be worthless. When you buy these call options, you're looking for stock to go up, hopefully up in a meaningful way, and that way you can get double your return, for example. Not that uncommon, but even at 25% return, I say it's a good return. So you get 25%, I'm happy, because that's like a nice chunk. Close it, take the profit, start a new position. Welcome. Appreciate you guys. Give me some likes. Get some people in here. Javier, user 474. If anybody has questions, I will try to take questions. I just went over a couple call options for NVIDIA. Talked about the volume, why volume's good, why high share price is good, why a 5-year chart will show the stock's going up, making money over 5 years. I mean, if you get an investment, like say stocks, you want to show that that company has gone up in value in a meaningful way over 5 years. Why? Because in the next 5 years, it'll probably repeat. At least it may. If you have a stock that's going down in 5 years, well, it's probably having some problems. NVIDIA, like I said, it's very hot, very favored. It went from $31 to $400 to $500. So it's on fire. It passed the $1 trillion market cap. Options are going crazy. Like that option, by the way, these options are expensive. Let me tell you. So it's not such a great deal in that way. But like I said, if you're going to make an investment, you can buy the shares and spend more money, or you can buy a call option. Call option, you can lose the whole position. The shares are better in the sense that the shares could get to the same price that go up or go down, but you'll still have basically a share value. Whereas a call option, it will expire, and if the price isn't right, or if your stock didn't go up, you're going to get a big fat goose egg. It's going to go to zero. And as far as buying the options, don't buy close options, short life. You want to go longer life, because it's a better trade-off. There's more time to trade. There's more time for the stock to go up and make you some money. You don't pay that much. You don't pay that much more for longer options. Make sense? Welcome, Kay. Welcome, Bill Knight. Give me some likes. I went over the video. I want to talk about Netflix next. Any questions on that? Netflix is a similar situation, though. It's not as hot as NVIDIA, not even by a long shot. But Netflix, be my favorite stock. I always like talking about Netflix, but it's not going to be, NVIDIA, but let's say it's a close second. Here I have the 87-day strike, 87-day call option chain on NVIDIA. Here's the 31-day, December. Okay, next, Netflix. You see the share price is kind of similar, $4.74, also up today, up $8.56. So we got NVIDIA covered. Netflix. Why is Netflix good? Let's pull it up here. Oh, well, a couple things. Market cap, $207 billion. NVIDIA is $1.245 trillion. Netflix is $207 billion. I like my market cap to be About 50 billion. 50 billion. It's like a threshold. Like you want to invest in a company that's so small that's the value of a house in Beverly Hills. That's too small. You want to invest in a company that's, 25, 50 billion or on the way to that, because it's like a threshold that, it can survive an economic correction. Like, for example, COVID, COVID knocked out a lot of mom and pop businesses, a lot of small businesses, because they can't withstand, like, any loss of revenue, any loss of business. The big companies, survive, Netflix, NVDA, Disney. I want to talk about Disney for a second. Because why? Because they have revenue, they have income, They have employees that are serving the company, that are doing their job. They're making a service, they're making a product. Disneyland closed down for COVID, but they reopened, so it's like, obviously they lost money, but when they reopen, they can make money again. These restaurants were closed for a minute, they reopened, they made money. They lost money, obviously. So you got to be able to withstand an economic downturn, whether it's COVID or a dry spell or a stock market correction, bear market, bad economy, bad president, you name it. 50 billion is a good threshold. That's just my experience. So in there you have 4 criteria. Market cap 50 billion. The 5-year chart going up nicely, doubling in value hopefully. Volume 2 million plus, and high share price $100 a share or more. And the video had all those, and now we're on Netflix. Netflix symbol NFLX 474, up 8 today. Volume 3.6 million. So nothing like NVIDIA. NVIDIA's at 41 million. But 3.6 million is nothing to laugh at. Nice, solid volume. Like I said, volume's good because when the stock dips, there's no traders to buy those shares. When it's lower, that will save your ass. Stock will come back up. And, we have people that trade. We have people that there's enough money coming in and out of the company. So Netflix has the share price, 474. They got the volume, 3.6 million. They got the market cap, more than 50 billion. And let's look at the 5-year chart for Netflix. Marv, welcome. Jeffrey, welcome. Creation, welcome. Like that name. Whisper King, welcome. I come up here every Monday night to do the stock market. Join me. If you can shoot me a question, send me a message. We covered in the video. We're covering Netflix. Okay. 5 years ago, the stock was $240 for a low, $240 a share, and this is $740. I'm sorry, $474 now. So like doubled. So more than doubled. So check. So it has basically those 4 criteria. I wanted to show you the call options for Netflix. Now, Netflix is known NVIDIA, okay? Like, not really close, like a definitely second or third place. But if you look here, they have a similar option chain. What's that? That's Disney. NVIDIA here. I'm sorry, Netflix here. All right, so I want to talk about Disney real quick. Okay, so we know Disney is an old company, back when it was brick and mortar. Disney, they had Disneyland, they make movies, they have basically entertainment. And now they're doing a streaming service, Disney Streaming. They have Star Wars. They own different things. They have Star Wars. They have other movies. They do Little Mermaid. Okay, so Snow White. All these entertainment movies are under the Disney umbrella. But look, market cap 169 billion. I want to show you something. An old company that's well established. They have Disneyland, Disney World, all these. They have a big entertainment industry. But the value of stock is less than Netflix. So Netflix, being a newer company, mostly purely streaming service, has outperformed Disney, has taken their place for number one entertainment, and their Netflix is now number one, and Disney's number two. You see what happens? Like technology, like you have a service, and a lot of us have Netflix stream monthly service, and it's like a simple idea. You know, you charge people to stream. They want movies on their platform. They want all kinds of movies and I guess series, episodes. Like there's a 2 hour movie, then there's a series. Like Stranger Things and whatnot. So those ones, like the story develops over time. So basically entertainment. We all know about binge watching Netflix. So like the simple idea of streaming, and I want to say that's the newer technology, is basically replacing other older companies that are more brick and mortar. That you actually have like Disneyland, they have like Disney World, they make movies, Disney Studios, for example, and they're taking charge, and so the concept is a simple concept about selling a streaming service, and it's going to basically replace the older entertainment, like Disneyland, for example, right? We all know that there's movie theaters we used to go to, entertainment, buy popcorn, take a date, take a friend. But now they're bringing the movies to your living room, right? So it's like easier. It's like Amazon, You had Walmart before, had mom and pop shop before. You had to go shopping, go out to shopping, buy the stuff, bring it home. Now Amazon's just delivering to your front door, and at a better price. So Netflix is kind of doing the same thing, to Disney. They're bringing everything right to the living room, and they're charging their service, and they're kind of replacing. At least they're getting the business. At least the investors think so. They're replacing those older companies where you have to physically attend. It's kind of sad in a way, because like that experience of going to the movies and going to Disneyland, it's not going to be. It's going to happen less and less. Why? Because we know Disneyland's getting more expensive. A lot of people can't afford it, But you can afford a $20 subscription to Netflix, a $15 subscription to Netflix. You can afford that. So that's what I wanted to say about that. So the idea is, to dump Disney and to jump on board with Netflix as far as the stock. So when you have a flip like that in market cap, where Netflix took over Disney, for example, as the number one entertainment company, the stock will react to that and perform. And like investors may be selling Disney. If you look at this Disney stock, it's not doing great. While Netflix doubled in 5 years, I'm gonna pull Disney up. I'm gonna show you the difference. Who cares if you have Disney movies at Disneyland? Because look at the stock, right? Disney, $95 currently. 5 years ago, you won't believe it, bro. $111. It went down in 5 years. There's your investment right there. How would you like to have investment for 5 years and lose money? How, right? How, right? Why? Because they have a lot of costs. They have more employees. They have like more labor, like labor intensive, right? With Netflix, everything is streamlined. They have an office here in California. They have a massive streaming service. They have quality content. It's just simple and like exquisite. It's like, and that's why Netflix is doing better. And so Amazon's doing better. Okay. Any questions on that? Welcome, Commandant. Welcome, Mike Sweeney. Appreciate you. TikToker. Appreciate you. Give me some likes. I just discussed Netflix versus Disney, why Netflix is better. Netflix got all of our check marks. And let's do Netflix call option. So here you have the first, right here, so November 24th. So this one here, it says, see how it says 3 in parentheses? That's the 3 days left on that option. I would not buy that option. I might sell the option, but I wouldn't buy that one. Here I underlined December 23, which is next month. 31 days in parentheses. So this option is 31 days. And then also underline February, just like I did for NVDA. And NVIDIA is February is 87 days. So I'm going to show you the cost of those options. Remember, you can buy 100 shares of Netflix, in this case, $47,000, or one share for $474. Or you can buy one call option, which controls 100 shares. You don't get the full benefit, but it's close enough. They figure that at one contract controls 100 shares. So let's click on that. Here's what I want to show you. They also go out to December, January 2025, and then June. They go to June 2026. So now we're going to look at the actual options. So on December, we have $14 for the $475, which is at the money, and then $34 for February. Okay, so let's look at February. I'm sorry, let's look at December. So for 31 days, you can spend $1,400, $1,440. Actually, no, you got to pay the bid, so $1,490. So $1,490 gets you one call option for Netflix, lasting 31 days for December. And that's like, what percent is that? That's like not even 10% would be 4,000. That's like to control 100 shares. I do think Netflix is going up. It's not as hot as NVIDIA, but it could be a trade. You know, I'm not buying. I do cover calls, so I sell these options. But if you bought the option, you could make money as a stock. Like it went up $8 today. The stock went up 1%. The option probably went up, 10%, for example. That's leverage, because you're paying less money to control 100 shares. That's how, and that's how you figure leverage. So, but this option will expire in 31 days. Come December 22nd, if stock doesn't go up, let's say if you get this strike, 475, and stock didn't go up in a nice way, this option basically is going to be worthless. Zero. Now let's go to February. Here you go. So February, the 475 strike is 34, let's just say 3,400, 3,430, $3,430. Now here I want to show you something. The first option we looked at lasts 31 days. 3,430. This option here lasts 87 days. So you're tripling your life, your length of the option. But the cost isn't really triple. It's just a little more than double. So think about that. It's better to buy the farther out option because, why? Because it has a longer lifespan. There's more time to trade. There's more time for the stock to go up. It doesn't cost that much more, Ideally, if you want to go out farther, you can go out 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, And then better than that is really to have the stock. Because the stock doesn't expire. It stays as long as the company is around, trading. Disney, I think that company's been around for like 60, 70 years. Netflix is a newer company, so hopefully they're, you never know. Eventually, every company will fail, eventually at some point, or they get bought up, or merger, monopoly. But when you're studying these companies, you want to get ones that have standards, criteria. In this case, we're looking at high share price, high volume, a nice 5-year chart, and a nice market cap. Any questions on that? Thank you guys. Give me some likes. Appreciate you. I'm here Monday night to talk about stocks. So, yeah, so if Netflix, let's say, wipe it a nice way, your call option, whether it be for $1,500 or $3,400, will be making you money. It'll go up, and then you can sell it for a profit. I like to get about 25% return on my call options, but some people hold out for 100%, 200%. But here's the question: let's say you want to get 100% return on your call option, and I'm over here trading. I'm gonna get I only need 25% return, and I'm happy. I walk away, close the position. A couple of things. One is, who's going to get to their profit first? Who's going to reach their goal first? If you want to get 100%, and I'm happy with 25%, right? Who's more likely to hit the goal, right? This has to do with, greed versus, like logic. Like, what are the chances? Like, you have a long shot. Like, the more money you want to get return on your stock or your option, the more you have a long shot, For me, I'm happy with a 10% return on my shares or 25% return on my option, because it's easier to achieve. It's easier to achieve. All right, so we talked about Netflix. Let's go to SKXX and ROKU, then we'll close out for the night. SKXX. You guys, some of you guys are like, $500 share price is out of your league. I understand. I always say, you don't have the money, sell all this shit in your garage. Like, just put everything on eBay. Like, if you don't actually need it right now, put it on eBay. Sell it, put the money into your stock market account, buy some shares, build up your shares, save some money. Stop eating out, stop going out to eat. Buy like pack of meat, pack of pasta, pack of vegetables, eat at the house, save yourself money, and you have actually a better quality food. Honestly, like, eat out, you get these preservatives, too much salt, expensive. Eat at home, it's cheaper. It takes longer. I mean, it's not convenient. I get that, pay for convenience. All right, so SKXX. Why did I bring up SKXX? Because some of you guys are not going to be able to spend $50K for 100 shares of Netflix or NVDA, or even the call option. Even $4,000 or $3,000 or $1,400 for a call option. But SKXX is $54. And look, it's up today, $194. However, a couple things. SKXX is no Netflix. I'll tell you that right now. It's a small company. Look at the market cap, $8.3 billion. And it's not, a small company. It's a small company. Somebody wants attention over here. It doesn't meet the 50 billion criteria. So it's going to get an X on that. Volume, 2 million. Just barely enough volume. I'm going to give it the check mark on the volume. 5-year chart. Let's look at the 5-year chart. SKXX. SKX. Pull up my Schwab. SKXX Incorporated. SKXX shoes. SKXX apparel. All right. 5-year chart says on the low, it was $21. And now it's $54. So it did very well. I would say it maintained. I'm going to give it the check mark for 5-year chart. It did double in 5 years. So I'm going to give it a check mark on that. Market cap, no. Share price, no. Because a good share price is $100. Why is $100 a good share price? Because it's gone up and up. These high-priced stocks have gone up and up and up and performed and made money for the investors. And these smaller share prices, $50, not impressive. At one point, $50 was a high share price. But now, today, with Apple being almost 200, with NVDA, with Tesla, with Netflix, with these companies that are very high share price, that are in demand, that are... Terry, appreciate you. I'm not going to take any people tonight, But please send me a message. I'm going to do a live where I can take people. We're going to do panels, talk about stocks. But send me a message with your questions. And I'd like you to join another live. I appreciate you. Send me a follow. I'll follow you back. Welcome. Lou, Chris, 42, welcome. Send me some likes. Send me some shares. I'm here every Monday night talking about stocks. Right now, Skechers. Like, so I'm going to help you with Skechers because it's only $54, but it's a decent stock. So that way, for 100 shares, you only need 5,400. And for one share, it's just $54. And the call option is pretty cheap. I'm going to show you the call option. So we got, out of the 4 criteria, it got 2 checks and 2 X's. So, 2 out of 4 ain't bad. So now, let's look at the call options for Skechers. Same idea. December, we underline. Oh, no, it doesn't have December. It just has January. So they have less options on Skechers. What do you expect? So for the January option, 59 days, right? How much, if you're going to pay, $1,500 for Netflix call option, and I think it was $3,500 for NVDA. How much would Skechers be? Being a $54 stock. Let's take a look. Oh, what, $2? So if you go at the money, 55, which is pretty much at the money, $2, $2.20. So you can spend $220, okay, and buy a call option for Skechers for January, which is what was it? 40 days? How many days? I don't want to go for that. 59 days. Almost 2 months. Only cost you $2.20. So $220. Always multiply it by 100. Whatever the point. 2 points is $2. $2.20 is the bid. I'm sorry. $2.05 is the bid. $2.20 is the ask. So you can control 100 shares of Skechers for only $2.20. The thing is I can't tell you Skechers going up right now. Not really. Let me look. It could just go for the holidays, like a Christmas rally. The 1 month chart says it's going up. So like all these stocks I'm showing you mostly are in tandem. They're going up for like a little holiday rally, Christmas rally, Thanksgiving rally, and it probably will go up to a new high. Let's say by January, February. And if that happens, your $200 option could go to $400. Double. 25% on that is really just $50, so like $270. You get 25% return. You could close, go home early, get paid, walk away, plan your next trade. You hold on for the 100% return, more of a long shot. 200% return. I get it. But if you control 100 shares, for example, with one call option, think about this. Theoretically, mathematically, the stock can go up 10 points. You can get $1,000 profit. You see that? In theory. So every point is $1. And if you have one contract, if it controls 100 shares, which it does, every point is $100. So 10 points is $1,000 profit. Could be. Not exactly, because it's a call option, so it's tricky. There's the time decay, for example. But like if the stock doubled, and let me tell you something, I've been watching Skechers. It will not double. It won't. But if the stock doubled, for example, it went to 55 to 110, you would get 55 points. You get $5,000 return on your $200 investment. And this is what happens with some of these like long shots. You go out a year or whatever, and you buy a cheap option, and the stock just goes crazy to the moon. And then you hear stories, I made 5,000% return. So if you buy this a Skechers for 200, the stock just doubles. You made $5,000, nearly $5,000 return. But like I said, that's not going to happen. It could happen if you buy the farthest option out, and go out 2025, for example, That could happen, but it's not going to happen in this Christmas rally. So you're looking for more of like a 10% return, 25% return, which is what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you, don't gamble, man. If you want to gamble, go to Vegas because what, you get free drinks, you get sexy cocktail waitresses, you got customer service. People are going to carry your bags, just like serve your food. It's like, don't mix gambling with investments. It's a similar concept. It really is. But don't go a long shot because I just don't want you to lose money, man. I want you to do a safe play. I want you to do a smart investment. I only have one example for Skechers. Now we're going to look at Roku. Welcome. The only reason, welcome, appreciate you. T.Y. Newt, welcome. 206. Ray S, welcome. Stock Market Mondays here. Your Godric, your stock market mentor. Talk about stocks on Monday night. We talked about NVDA. We talked about Netflix. We talked about Disney, why Netflix is better. Talked about Skechers. Now we're going to just touch base real quick on Roku and close it for the night. I appreciate your follows. I'm going to do a panel where we can bring people up, talk about stocks. I'm not doing that just yet. Stay tuned. Send me a message. I will answer your questions as best I can. I generally talk about cover calls, but tonight I'm just talking about buying calls. Why? Because the stock market's going up. The economy is good. We could have, Thanksgiving rally, Christmas rally. It's already happening. These stocks can go up 5%, 10%, 25%. NVIDIA is hot. Netflix is hot. Skechers is decent. And Roku is hot. That's why I say Roku. I didn't have an option for you on Roku, exactly which one to buy, but I want to show you something. Oh, damn. This chart is supposed to be a 20 day, and it's not showing you because, why? Because I don't have the right size. I'm just learning how to do TikTok, guys. Bear with me. But like Roku, like look here, some stats. Market cap, 13 billion. Doesn't have the 50 billion criteria, so X. Volume, 5.9 million. Has the volume. Check on the volume. What else? 5-year chart. Let's pull up Roku. I'll show you 5-year chart. Now, interesting, Roku is down over 5 years, but, watch, I want to show you something. Which I can show you this. It was 260 5 years ago, but why am I showing you this? Because like before the COVID, it was like technology boom, and all these stocks, Roku, went up to $470 a share. And since COVID, since the correction, it's come all the way down gradually to about $38 in January of last year, and it's climbing up. It's January of this year. Sorry, it was about $40. Now it's climbing up. It's climbing up. Now $95. It will, bet my life, it'll definitely break 100. It's in a upward swing. Volume's good. Stock's picking up. And I talk about call options, for example. Call options for Roku. If Roku sees these old prices, like Apple's breaking a new high, Netflix breaking a new high, NVIDIA's breaking a new high. Now Roku is no NVIDIA, it's no Apple, right? But the stock's shooting up, and it might revisit $200, $300, $400 a share. It might. And this is a situation where you can make a lot of money if you bought these call options because, like I said, leverage, right? You can double, triple, quadruple, your investment if your call option hits, if the stock shoots up. I think Roku is hot. It's geared to keep going up, and it could revisit at $95 a share. You get in here, it could revisit $100, $200, $300 $400 share could hit a new high, $500, and then like your call option at that point, like once in a lifetime. That's all you need of that list. Once in a lifetime, a trade like that. I didn't have a call option for you, but I know that like the January the January 110s are about 260. I should write it down here. January 110s are 257. So $257, for example. That gives you 2 months, let's say 60 days. That could double. I'm low on my battery. I'm going to wrap this up. January 120s are $1.20. Now, this is a long shot, Paying $1.20, which is $120. It's like you're buying fluff. The stock really has to go up to make money. But today it was up $2. Friday it was up. Thursday it was up. Just look at, here I'll show you behind me, just shooting up, right? Look at this. I was trying to show you the 20-day chart. Just going up. So Roku's hot, stock's going up. Consider buying a call option. Downside, you lose everything. I'll be the first person to tell you, when you do call options, just be prepared to lose all your money. Fat goose egg. But you're in a good stock. You're watching the trend. You're watching the chart go up. You're in a holiday. You're in a good economy. You're in a holiday rally. Things are working out. Stock's going up. You could get 25% return. I suggest you sell when you get 25% return because it's a decent return. Start fresh. Look at another trade. I know you guys, don't like to do that. You'd be like, I need 100% return. I need 20% return. But who's going to get to their goal first? Who's going to have an easy trade and sell and make money and go to the next trade? Me. Because I'm easy to satisfy. All right. I said a lot. We covered NVDA. We covered Netflix. We talked about Disney. We covered SKX. We touched base on ROKU. Guys, I'll be back next week on Monday. Talk about stocks. Send me a message. Ask me questions. I'll do my best. Do my very best. We generally talk about cover calls and how to retire in the stock market. That's my specialty. But, in this case, things are going up like crazy. So you can buy some calls. Maximum risk. Don't put your rent money in here. Don't put your child's college fund. This is... Don't gamble. You want to gamble, go to Vegas. But intelligent investment. Risk capital. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Godric out.